In this lesson, we're going to be looking at how we can use Google Drive and specifically Google Documents to be able to create a word processing document which actually has some elements of desktop publishing. Now, it's not going to be as strong as a true desktop publishing such as using Adobe InDesign, and it probably isn't as strong as even using Microsoft Word or Pages, but it still has a fair bit of stuff that we can actually do. So obviously we've got a page here. We can do a lot of typing and put a whole lot of points on here, and we get a lot of controls that we would get just like we would if we were using a full-on word processor. Bold, italics, underline. We've got the capacity to highlight a section and to give it a different size. So actually I want that to be heading 2, and we'll give it a different size. I've got color fonts which I can be selected up here, and I can drag and drop and move a whole lot of things around, and it's quite a powerful program really, considering that it's all available on the web. I'll just give it a quick save, so we'll just call this word processing demo. Okay, but it normally gets a little bit more interesting once we actually start adding some images. What I'm going to do firstly is I'm just going to go to lorem ipsum, which is a whole slab of text which we can just paste in here. Could have grabbed anything. It's quite often it looks like it's different language. We'll just come down here, paste, and you see how it's all blue because that was the color that was selected. I probably don't want to leave that. Let's put it back to black. And now what I'd like to do is I would like to put in a nice clear heading. Now headings can be done a number of ways. We just do it with a large font, or there are some cool tools which are hidden away up here. So if we go to insert, there are options for images, equations, drawings and tables. So first of all, let's just go to image, and let's say that I would like to have a picture of Einstein. That's probably close enough, and there's a picture of Einstein that I can grab and select. That will bring that picture in. Quite often it's large, and it will require us clicking on it and making it a lot smaller. Okay, so now that I've got it set like that, it's currently set to inline. If I go to wrap text, that gives us that traditional newspaperish type feel, where I can put it to the side and everything moves around like that. I have the capacity with my mouse to move it and place it in a lot of spots, but I think the traditional concept of lining it up on one of the sides is normally a pretty good option. Here's an option to break text, which forces text down below. If I go back to inline, it gets to there, but I think the wrap text in this particular one is going to look really good. And I can play with some of the sizes in the fonts, the amount of spacing between each lines. Undo and set that back to how I had it. I certainly probably don't want to leave that all bold either. Let's just select that bold, and we might go to a slightly bigger font size of 12. Obviously you don't have unlimited choices of fonts. The list is getting a little bit bigger, and you can go and select more fonts if you need to. So now that I've got set like that, what I'd like to do is put in a heading. And one of the easiest ways to do that is actually to add a drawing. Drawing has a whole lot of tools here which are a lot more similar to Word. So I'm going to just go Word art, and I'm going to go lorem ipsum. Click save and close. Oh, sorry, wrong one there. Let's try that again. Go Word art, lorem ipsum. Press enter to save, and that should create that there for me. I can then move that around on my page. I can change the fill color if I wanted to actually have something a little bit brighter. I could change the pen color. Now, that looks horrendously bad, but just for the fun of it, let's leave that there. And that's given me new text, a new graphic basically, and I can once again choose to wrap text and put that at the top. Grab Mr. Einstein, put you down a little bit. And then I'm starting to be able to create that more traditional page. And using that same strategy, I can actually go to insert drawings, and I can put a whole lot of stuff in. So once again, I can still even add an image here. I could go search, and I could go relativity. So my pictures come up. Click that, press select, and I'll get a picture with it here, and actually it will be, in the end, it will end up being a whole lot of different pictures working together. So there's my image, and I'm going to scale that down a bit. But then I can grab it and move it. I can add some more text. So I can write, this is the Earth. Click somewhere else, and then I'm going to grab this here, and I'm going to grab the arrow line, and I'm going to point to that. And because that's a little bit hard to see, I'm going to make it red so it just stands out a little bit more. When I press save and close now, that is one embedded object. And then I've got the ability to wrap text on that as well. And move that around to where I need it to be on the page. It does come out a little bit too far that way, so there might be a few things that I'd want to play with just to get it. It's not as strong as Microsoft Word, but it certainly has a fair bit of capacity, and if you're actually reasonably clever about it, you might even question whether you even need to buy Word, because you can do that much in this program. So this was Google Drive and doing documents. I hope you've learnt something from that today.